how did you get your start in the music industry as for one as an artist and then as a musical engineer and then you act as well and you create content so you cover all bases at this point but like what was the beginning like for you?
Um, it was pretty simple. It was finding a passion for music. From doing that, mom's invested in a karaoke machine, and it was like at that time it was the Lil Bow Wow era. It was the Jolly 50 Cent era, and I couldn't listen to music that had explicit lyrics. So if it wasn't clean, it wouldn't
Mom
get played.
said hell no.
It wouldn't get played in the house. So it just went from there to just like falling in love with just like rapping other lyrics, bro. Like,
Right.
and I remember in elementary school, I did like my first talent show, and I remember when I went to go audition, I did B2K bump bump bump.
Oh, this is good. This is so nostalgic. Oh, this is so
And it
good
was
right now.
crazy because they was like, "Yeah, you in," and it was wild because I remember at this talent show, bro. When you're in elementary school, you don't think like nobody gonna show up. Niggas showed up, bro.
Don't tell me y'all had a packed house.
Bro, it was the whole. Let me rephrase it. The multi-purpose room
The
was packed out.
multi-purpose room.
Not the
Wow.
auditorium. The multi-purpose room was packed out, dog. Like I'm
That's
talking
official.
about parents, aunties, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, kids, teenagers, bro. And I remember that was the first time I heard Too Short blow the whistle. Some girl did Too Short blow the whistle, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it ain't no way in hell I'm beating that." Because I did Take You Home by Lil Bow Wow with the Harlem Shake and everything. And I remember
Yeah.
that it was at the top. What was it? The top two contestants. It was me and this guy named Rod. He did Usher Let It Burn. I ain't know what that meant, but that was the first time I heard Usher Let It Burn. And I did another Lil Bow Wow track, bro. And I wind up winning just off of. I don't think I had a better song than him. I just think the energy was more
Hmm.
there. Like I tried to really put on a show. And
Okay.
after that, I was like, you know what? Yeah. So it went from that to,
Yeah.
it went
All
from
right.
that to I used to go to this gym called Millennium, and now
Okay.
it's all across the world. The chain is in shape. So started off there, and it was this guy named Brian, and he was like the janitor there. And me and him are like sig on each other, which mean roast for the people who don't know. Um, and just talk shit all day long, whatever. And I
Hmm.
remember one day I used to go there and play basketball. My mom would go work out, I'll play basketball. And I remember one day he brought me this flyer and it said, He Martine coming soon. And I'm like, nigga, you rap? But it was crazy because I'm young. You feel
Right.
me?
How how
And
how old how old are you at this point?
might have been like 8 or 9,
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
7, maybe 7 or 8. I'm young. And to see this flyer, I was like, this crazy. So I remember I'm watching him rap. I'm already rapping, but
Hmm.
to see him drop a project, him doing shows, this when MySpace was just
Ooh.
like popping off.
Taking it back, man. That's
Sneaking on
OG.
MySpace back in the day to make a page. You feel me? Like moms was
Yeah.
monitoring everything. It was only one computer in the house. You feel me? So you had to clear that history when you got done. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so crazy to see him doing his thing and him joining this group, and the group was called Go Big. To fast forward,
Okay.
I kind of like started hanging around with him, getting mentored from him and seeing this group, and I started promoting. A lot of people don't know I was out here young at this time, like 10, 11, promoting shows. Like I'm sending links out, I'm trying to book stuff, I'm whoopty whoop, blah, blah, blah. Like it was starting to get serious. So that's how I made a lot of connections early on and started meeting some A&R, sending them my music. And bro, by the time you know it, I had a what you call it, like a distribution deal through Def Jam Island.
Damn. Okay.
And then from there, you know, it just kind of like took off, bro. And by the time I was in, what was I in? Early high school, middle school, I was doing my thing. MySpace was popping.
Mhm.
Early high school, met Soulja Boy. Before Crank That even took off, like I still got the flyer to this day
Bro,
somewhere.
that era is
It was
epic,
crazy.
man. That's epic.
It was one of the best eras. Like music today, we could jump into that, but it has no impact on what the impact music had in the early 2000s to the mids to the to like maybe the ending of 2012, 13.
Mhm.
And remember doing this show at Sunsplash, bro, and it was crazy. And from there, bro, I just was like, I always had a passion for picking up a camera around the house, just shooting stuff. So I remember I was mad as hell. My cousin Jamar, his parents, you know, he come from the good side, the money side. So they, you know, I didn't never have to struggle, but he for sure didn't
Mhm.
have to struggle. Like his parents always had bread. I remember they bought him a Canon T3i, and that was the popular camera back in the day. And I'm like, this nigga got a Canon? I was hating. I'm like, this nigga don't know nothing about photography. So I couldn't wait to go over there, bro, on Christmas. Let me see this, bro. He let me see it. And I remember my mom went and caught me one, and it was up from there, bro. I started shooting videos. I started doing photography. I'm in high school. Like, we're shooting. Me and this guy named B Gigs, he taught me how to do graphic designing on Photoshop. Like graphic designing, he taught me how to do Dreamweaver, which was, you know, coding, entry level
Mhm.
code. That's how you can code MySpaces with the backgrounds and everything like that.
I
And
remember that.
he taught me how to do that. And we kind of just vibed off each other, bro. And we didn't have like a company, but it was directed by Louie Valentino, directed by B Gigs. I don't even know if it was Louie Valentino at that time. It might have been my government at that time, but
Dude, my
and then
God.
another company name. Like, bro, I was going through so many different names. I was just switching the brand, just making stuff work because I had to, you know, I could do that.
Mhm.
And I remember we was designing for like Wale, Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross.